Ladies and gentlemen, we got him. That's right, the Chome has taken another L. Him and the Chomette have to wander off and find a brand new Discord. Well, they already have because it's Nova Online, but you heard me right in the beginning. Nova, he lost another one. See guys, Nova here recently decided if I can't have a server that I can watch the weirdest stuff I possibly can on, if I can't be an avid lolly enjoyer, then what even is the world? I guess I'm just gonna slink away, lay in bed, and enjoy Clash of Clans. But of course, Nova takes the very next step. He starts joining clans and starts talking to a bunch of people who knows how old they are at this point. Nova can't be trusted. Just think of the last Discord he was in. And then the genius Nova decides, well, I guess I'm going to go ahead and start a brand new server. Nothing will go wrong, right? Well, of course it did. It immediately went wrong because Nova has a bunch of people joining his server. The last one he was in was filled with degeneracy. Do you think a couple of the people that he still thinks are cool? Because Nova doesn't think if you've been caught in the past, you send the kind of stuff those UTTP people did. He thinks you can be forgiven. So who knows how many of them are left in this server? And he's inviting all of these people. And let's not even forget the fact that Nova is bringing all of these innocent people into a server where he's got one of the worst reputations in the world for owning a server and the nasty stuff that he spreads along with it. Who knows how many of these people have been caught in the crossfire, people investigating them because Nova invited them into a server and all they were guilty of is playing a game. Nova doesn't care who he drags into his degeneracy. This is all normal for him. Just take a glimpse at some of his TikToks after he got exposed for the South Park incident. It's like nothing's wrong. All we got is some sad boy hours. I'm so upset. I've got to eat them Olive Garden, guys. Taking absolutely no responsibility for what he did, he purposely uploaded that video. He could have took it down for like 6 whole days when nobody knew about it, but no, it's everyone else's fault now. And when you join his server, it doesn't matter the allegations against him. It doesn't matter the bad things he brings your way. Well, it just is what it is. Hope you had a good time while he was in my Clash of Clans server. But fortunately, before anything bad happened, some people with some actual responsibility came into Nova's server, deleted almost everybody, and then just filled it with stuff that Nova should have on a server. Just filled with too high for stupid stuff, things about Nova's allegations, you know, the things people should know about him. And when they raided his server, one thing they found very interesting on his Steam account was that Nova has over 900 hours on Harry Potter Quidditch Champion. And I assume a lot of you have put some decent hours into some multiplayer games that you're into, but how can the Chome spend 900 plus hours when he's supposed to be looking for a job? He tells his fans, he tells his trolls, basically everybody, including his mom, I am working on it. Like, he's basically pulling the classic Chris Chan, but he's doing the same thing as him, just playing hours and hours of video games. And think about it, guys. This is just one game we know Nova's played. We know he loves Harry Potter Quidditch Champions, but he's definitely got some other favorites like the Tony Hawk games, Guitar Hero. Just imagine how many hours this dude has put into Fortnite. So back to what we was talking about with the Clash of Clans stuff. So Nova, the server goes down and he immediately starts freaking out. He starts messaging this random person who I assume is a troll themselves. Oh yeah, Ducky is for sure a troll. They're one of the people that leaked all of this stuff. So Nova comes to him and he's like, which ones are the trolls? I'm about to throw up. He starts dry heaving. I can't take this. It's another server down. Man down, everybody. Then Ducky informs like, hey man, calm down. I checked the server settings. I'm definitely here to help you out. And look who made the troll stickers and emojis. Ban those people too. Ban. Gone. Forever. And Nova, he can't even contain himself. He's still freaking out. He's like, I just hate the world and everything involved with it. And the guy's just like, Nova, it's fine. Calm down, Nova. He's like explaining to him like, we can lock stuff down. This isn't no big deal. It's not like I'm helping behind the scenes or anything. And Nova, he has a flash of clarity for a second. He's like, how do I know you're not with them? Dicky just had to ask, why would I be trying to help this much if I was just a troll though? And Nova reasonably is like, because trolls fuck up to me to get on my good side. And Dicky just tells him, you don't have to, but I wouldn't mind helping delete all the NSFW stuff. Just give me admin. and that's where Nova made one of his most crucial mistakes. Now, Dickie contained himself for a little bit, but I imagine he was waiting to play his hand because Nova just starts revealing some hilarious information. He starts telling the guy that he just throws up for no reason whatsoever. He got so worked up in this situation, he just vomits all over the place, and then starts demanding we need to find out who did this. While Dickie's just sitting there, the classic Homer Simpson meme, like when he just slowly goes into the grass. Certainly not me, Sir Nova. There are like 150 plus people in all of the clans combined. It's going to be very hard to figure out who and if they all joined off of your invite leak, which, just a reminder, Nova made this public. Nova made this account public. This wasn't just some troll findings. Now, I guarantee you guys a little bit more time, it would have been found, but Nova's the one who just handed it out to everybody. And I gotta say this, 150 plus people Nova has contact with, that's dangerous stuff. We all know how Nova operates. That's 150 souls Nova can try to corrupt. Who knows who they are? It's really thankful that these guys got a hold of the server before anything weird actually started happening. Shout out to Bovine Universe on Twitter for sending those messages to me, and we're gonna be looking at some more that Solidus Nova got himself about this server, but real quick, I want us to start looking at some of the messages Nova was sending to his clan, what I assume to be the Clash of Clans messaging system because it looks nothing like Discord, that Nova was just in there casually conversating, like actually trying to rule this place with an iron fist. He's telling people like, listen, if you're inactive, you gotta go, buddy boy. I'm a hardworking individual. I haven't been taken to my paracord tree in a very long time, so I've got nothing to do but play Clash of Clans and make sure you guys are doing your job. And it's so funny coming from a guy who just refuses to work himself. But hey, if you even screw around just a little bit in Nova's Clash of Clans server, you're gone, buddy. And who would have thought that would have been a blessing because of the stuff Nova might try to pull on you later on. But you know, you're probably out of high school, so you're just not his game. And somebody thought it would be a good idea to inform all of the other Clash of Clan people in his team to, that Nova, he isn't the best guy. And he jumps in there and he says, hey, stop talking to people you shouldn't, and we need a couple more shower reviews, Nova. I think that would help out a whole lot. And instead of taking the criticism and explaining to everybody that, yes, I am a danger to be in your server, you guys need to make a decision right now if I need to be in here much longer. Nope, Nova just bans him. Forget that noise. It's all fake, everybody. The allegations aren't true. I mean, he's having a bad day already. Look at this one. Nova sees someone say that they were having a bad day. Well, no, he's having a worse one. And, he's definitely trying to sympathy bait him a little bit. That's what Nova's so good at. He went to Olive Garden afterwards and had a sad boy eat session all over again, completely ignoring the fact that this was entirely his fault. He didn't have to start a server in the first place, but at the very least he didn't have to start sending it out, making it publicly known, because he knows what was going to happen as soon as that occurred. It's almost like Nova can't help himself, like he needs the attention. He wants the negative attention at this point. As soon as a server gets taken down, he gets the endorphin rush. He starts getting angry. He's yelling at his mom. It's the most alive he's ever felt ever. I mean, I made the comparison that he's very similar to Cyrax at this point, and it's just like, when does it stop? When did the comparisons between these two end? The only thing is that Nova is more willing to leave his house than Cyrax is, but for how long? The dude can sit there and say that, oh, I've been in so many weird Discord servers, but none of them were my fault. It was not mine. I swear on everything. But at this point, there's been like 16 servers taken down, a large majority of them filled with degeneracy. And at what point out of the 15 is one your fault, Nova? Because after 15 servers, one at the very least has to be your responsibility. This all can't be accidents. But no, he's just gonna run and cower. Maybe tomorrow people will forget about it, but they won't, and he's just gonna ignore it all because he has no other choice, because he knows he's guilty. He'll tell the people in the server like, no, I promise you the allegations are false. But you can't look him up. Look up Nova and you'll judge for yourself that, hey, this isn't all a coincidence, guy. Eventually, it just all pinpoints back on you that you're just a degenerate on Discord, and I need to stay far away from you. But unfortunately, as I'm recording this, Nova already has another server. Hopefully by the time this video drops in the morning time, maybe the evening time, that's already taken care of, but we can only hope. But let's move on to some more funny DMs that Solidus Nova received. Big shout out to Solidus Nova. I'll link his Twitter down below. As we can see, Nova was talking to somebody else and he is straight Cyrax maxing. He's in weird discords, he's talking to strange people, he's having strange conversations in the nighttime, and now he's a samurai as well. I found a video of Nova, you know, where he's swinging his sword around, and no, I'm not talking about when he paused South Park, like a literal one, and he's like, hey, look, I got a sword I can show you. This is for defending myself against the trolls. And then Nova will be like, but it'll take just a moment. There is piles and piles and piles of garbage on top of it. This will take me a minute. Just know it's real. And then Nova proceeds to tell him, also thank you for seeing the truth. I've been messed with for far too long. That isn't true. Even though he just got exposed for more degeneracy. And Nova's like, well, people like Fibs and Lemur are way worse than what I was accused of. And it's like, Lemur has some merit to that. I mean, I don't think you've ever did anything physically, but no way, you're far worse than Fibs. Fibs is brand new. I guarantee you, as your guys' history goes along, it's going to parallel one another, both in degeneracy and ego. But as of now, you are far worse than Fibs. Just because people are comparing you to her right now doesn't mean she's worse. So let's go on to this next message. For real, I've seen videos about Fibs all over TikTok, mostly just the crazy stuff. And then Nova just like completely ignores it. You'd think he would love this conversation, dunking on Lemur, trying to spread the idea that Fibs is worse than him, but no, his mind goes straight to barbecue. Just like I said last video, Dickies is this man's love. We thought the alcohol arc was going to go crazy, but nope, it's just Dickies all day, every day. He's like, do you like prime rib? And the guy's like, prime rib? Those can be good, yes. And Nova's just now so excited they can talk about his true passion. I'm not sure where you're from, but it's common here. I miss GW Hunters. They were so unique and everything took a nosedive with the new owners. And I'm not even kidding you guys. Out of all the accusations they could be talking on where Nova might be defending himself, bigger things Nova could be concerned about at the moment, like his server getting taken down. He was literally throwing up earlier that evening. No, they talk about Dickie's barbecue or just barbecue joints in general for at least 3 or 4 message chains. So then they finally proceed to talk about something at least a little bit entertaining to you guys, and that's the guy been like, yeah, you know, I'm actually a little bit broke. And then Nova immediately starts the grooming tactics. Do you need help? Even though he's one of the brokest people you can come across, he plays video games all day, he doesn't move a muscle. He legitimately, apparently, sometimes he cannot move a muscle because he's been so inactive throughout his lifetime. But he's like, do you need help financially that I cannot provide to you? He's just slight little grooming tactics that I now pick up on when Nova's sending messages. Like, after you understand what's going on, you just can't not see it. And there's also this funny little tidbit where Nova proclaims that he can no longer take the bus, and I assume that's because there was this one guy stalking Nova and his mom around, so he can't take the bus anymore. His mom must drive him everywhere. But anyhow, the dude's like, yeah, I could use a little help, Nova. And Nova's like, well, in the future, I'll get you later, buddy. I'll give you some future IOUs because right now, I ain't got it. The pocket's a little thin, but if I was in the right position, I would help you. And now, if you had very little understanding of Nova, you might think that's a very admirable thing of him. He has little money and that he's only known for a short time in DMs. But when you know his true tactics, it gets really disturbing. But even when he's not lurking for Discord kittens, he's still like searching for sympathy off this guy, and it's so funny that there's 2 ways to get the chom's attention. Well, there's 3, but we won't bring up the other one right now. The first one is give him stuff. When that one friend of his who is on the shit list of Novas right now, guys, but we'll talk about that in just a second. You can buy him things. It's got to be a lot of things, and eventually you'll make him do something. But There's this small chance that if Nova is feeling really, really sorry about himself, that if you just hit him with a lot of sympathy, Nova will fall right for you. This guy is asking Nova for money, kind of like, hey, yeah, man, if you could help me out. And Nova's just like, wow, this guy's my friend all of a sudden. It's like you just offered to give him money for no reason whatsoever, Nova. I'm sure even if this guy was a troll and you was about to send him money, he would probably accept it. I'd hate to see what you left in the tags or the messages, like what you want him to do for sending this money. But yeah, he'd probably take it. And then when you go on to tell him, like, yeah, anyone who's ever talked to me or was just kind of in my life, bad things seem to happen to him, like my boss. He was doxxed. Do you remember the French onion soup meme? Yeah, can you believe that? He was just my boss. Could you imagine what would happen to people who are in communication with me? Probably not good things. But hey, don't worry about it. I'll give you some money if you sit there and let me just talk to you, sympathy bait for you, and who knows what else plans Nova has. It's not like he wants to be friends. The odd guy who spent months talking to Nova went and hung out with him, took him places, bought him things. You know, that guy, he hates him now just because he talked to Bloodspeth and revealed all the terrible information, all the bad things Nova had done to him. It's like, Nova, this is still your fault. You cannot accept responsibility. And then you go on to accuse Bloodspeth of being a puerta. It's like you got the worst grade school comebacks of all time. Well, if they're calling me, I'm gonna call them it too. It's like, no, you have actual accusations, mountains and mountains of proof. You just can't go around calling people that just because you're on your quote-unquote revenge arc, which fell flat on its face months ago, but I guess that's neither here or there. Nova still believes it's going on. You can't just accuse people of things like that. You know, you could actually get into a little bit of trouble, but, you know, Nova might just have to figure that out the hard way. And guys, if you thought Nova was handling the new Discord server going down a little bit hard, let me tell you, he's struggling right now, completely struggling. It's a shame that we don't have video evidence of all of this going down, because everything Nova is telling these people through DMs is absolutely hilarious. He's throwing up. He's so sick of this, he's went and bought a bottle of Malibu, threw 3 shots down, and now is comparing himself to Josh Block. I know a couple of you guys at home probably have some drinks. I know myself, when I have a few drinks, I don't sit there and think to myself, I'm pulling a Josh Block. That's some lolcow attitude and lolcow behavior. You can have a couple drinks without turning into Josh Block. What we was speculating on, Nova, is that this is going to be a recurring habit, but it doesn't seem to be. And don't get me started on how pathetic it would be if getting a Discord server, something that needed to be gone anyhow, was the catalyst for Nova Online's Josh Block arc. But to show us that he's standing strong and he's going to persevere through all of this, Nova's been uploading some gameplay videos to the Novine Universe YouTube channel. Normally, these wouldn't be much to look at, but one of the recent ones I found really funny, and it's a little bit of a break from the degeneracy and some of the DMs of Nova just being god awful at this game. I have never seen somebody function so poorly, and it's also funny because it's in VR, and we get to see Nova in his natural habitat. When he's supposed to be working, when the pressure gets applied to him, Nova just completely crumbles in a video game. So could you imagine how bad he is in real life?
All right, let's make our drink. Where are the cups? Oh shoot, they're right here. Let's put it in this glass. Hands free, baby. All right. Put the garnishes back. I think I want the pink fruit. Fill it up halfway. Let's give it some of the ow I hit a wall, IRL. Ooh, I actually like that color combo. All right. Let's get some sliced fruit on their way. It's green on the inside. It's perfect. And to top it off, of course, fuck! I messed up! I hit something IRL. Gotta start over. Okay, grab the spiky melon, the spiky lemon. Put the garnish on it so I don't lose it. This should be a good amount. I was literally touching the wall there. Damn it! Got it. Damn it. Careful, 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 careful. Perfecto! Finally, got it right. Galactic speed light. Wonderful. Absolutely wonderful.
It's so funny that this is probably exactly how Nova is at work. You notice he starts off just a little bit fine, but then he has a simple slip up. He just can't get the fruit out of the fridge and he just keeps on messing it up. Somehow he finally pulls it out and you think things are going smooth there for a second, but then he sees the Chris Chan Fanta and he starts thinking, my hero, my guide to life, man, I wonder what he's doing right now. And then he starts spilling the drink all over the place. And guys, you know this is so natural for him. Outside of VR, he immediately, as soon as he gets done pouring that drink, just tosses it over his head. Not even a thought about it. This was the most natural reaction Nova had the entire time he was doing this. And not only does he do it once, he does it twice. It's just perfect. Just whoop, right over the head, glass shatters. And while he's in the middle of making his drink, he's literally falling over the garbage pile. He runs into the wall and Nova's mom just screams out from nowhere, "Nova, I'm not asking you for rent. Why are you headbutting the wall, son?" And Nova's just like, "Don't worry, Mom. I'm just playing VR and ran into the wall. I'm not angry. I swear on everything." And then he just starts thinking about Bloodspeth and all the other creators that actually I'm pissed off now that I remember it. Goes back to his game, starts pouring even more radically, and then as soon as he gets done, just pushes the drink over. And then this is when you can really see, this is exactly what happened in the restaurant. He screws up a little bit, and even in a video game, when there's literally no pressure whatsoever, he starts fumbling everything. You can see that he had somewhat of an idea in the beginning, but as soon as he had one little mess up, it was game over. He legitimately almost spilled the drink again. This is how rattled he was. But either way, guys, I guess that's enough for me today. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to drop a like, subscribe, follow all the socials down below, use the new hype feature, comment as well, and I'll catch you guys next time.